Good afternoon and welcome to Mizoram. The Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Aizawl hosts the home side, the People's Club, who are up against Shillong Lechong FC. The story to be told is very, very intriguing and interesting with what they have written in the past. And with that in mind, they will want to rewrite some new stories or a beautiful one which will help either of the sides to rise up this league table. This venue, of course, is one of the most picturesque ones in the I-League. The home side's dressing room, Aizawl FC in red. We had a word with F. Lalwin Mavia, the team manager, before the game. We'll hear out from him about how he approaches this game. The arrival of the home side here, and with me in the comm box is Shant Shengupta, who we'll get to you soon after the interview itself. And they look motivated at the moment, Aizawl FC. They have to. It's their home ground and they are winless since a good long while, and they want some wins coming into this fixture.
For this match, and from today we will start the winning rhythm again.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
And of course, if you can see the dressing room of Shillong Lechong, I mean, always a treat to watch, and it's going to be their team coach, Bobby Nongbet, shortly. I mean, he's always an experienced campaigner in Shillong Lechong.
Interesting match to play against Aizawl FC. I think they are a very good team at home, and obviously some of the results were not in favor of them, but I believe that they are a very strong team. We have had a first match against them at home where we lost to them, so they're looking to make a turnaround today.
Coach, I wish you the very best.
That, of course, was Bobby Nongbet, one of the most decorated coaches of Shillong Lechong, has paved a big success rate for Shillong Lechong and their arrival back in the I-League after a good 4 years. And of course, the two teams getting ready, the referees getting ready for this exciting game at, of course, the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Aizawl, which is, of course, the home ground of Aizawl FC. Aizawl FC presently 9th in the points table, and like my co-commentator just mentioned, that they've been winless for a very long time.
Indeed, and their last win came against this very Shillong Lechong side. We were having a chat before the match itself just to check and confirm, and it is really difficult for Aizawl, but at the same time, Shillong Lechong's a dream run. They were unbeaten before that very game, and Aizawl just led to their downfall too. We'll have a look at the lineups of the two teams before we move ahead.
And of course, we were just talking about the reverse fixture, which was won by Aizawl FC. And before that, we'll quickly take a look at their lineups, of course. In the midfield, just playing with 2 players in the midfield and 3 in the starting lineup as well. This, of course, is Aizawl FC.
Well, indeed, there is a good battle up front. In that front three, the competition in the squad is high, but these 3 have maintained their spot. Mavia Tharpuya and Lalwin Zuwala, Lalpiaknia. So much talked about, often referred to as the next initiative at the young Asia groups, where he performed so very well. But Shillong Lechong right now on focus as we look at their lineup. Rajat Paul Lingdo gets a start on the goal. Kinsai Kongshit, Ronnie Wilson, Daniel Gonsalves and Kenster in the back line. Renan Polino, Hardy Nongri and Arik Besta with an interesting looking midfield. And Frankie Buam, Shano Tariang and Marcus Silva at the front 3. A little maybe, but they have to score. They create chances, but scoring has been an issue. Today's match officials, match referee Shurajit Das and assistant referees Mukesh Dutt and Chukinder Singh Rana. Fourth official Lalit Singh Rawat.
And of course, the dignitaries with the handshakes as well. It's a big moment for both the teams to get greeted by the dignitaries over here. And of course, I mean, we have to speak about Lalrinzwala Lalbiaknia. He's the top scorer for Aizawl FC in the tournament so far. 9 goals and of course 2 assists under his belt. Had scored in the reverse fixture way back in December, which incidentally was the last time Aizawl FC, the People's Club, had tasted a victory, presenting 9th in the points table. They had started off on a good note but slowly lost out steam, and all they can now hope is a mid-table finish in the ongoing I-League.
And incidentally, that was the last time Lalvin Zuala scored his goal as well, and he missed a bit of action in between, but he returned, and he would love to return to scoring terms as well. And 9 goals is not a number which can be just seen and ignored. It is a one to be talked about, and he still has a chance with a few matches remaining to make it big.
Absolutely, and of course if we talk about Shillong Lejong, in the previous game, they were 1-0 down, then tried scoring 1 goal. Of course, Boam had scored the goal, but eventually it was the Red Machines, it was Churchill Brothers, who had won the game in their own backyard. That was the last game. Incidentally, it was Shayanto, that is me, and of course Washor in the com box as well. So it's always interesting to watch the men from Meghalaya, and of course it's a great rivalry, the Northeastern rivalry. 2 teams from Northeast India locking horns, and of course the 2 captains now all in readiness for the toss. Let us see. I think the toss has of course been won by the home side. They've taken side. It's going to be a Lalcham Kima, of course, who's won the toss, and Renan D'Souza, who will have to start.
Well, of course, an intense battle. We're looking forward to seeing it grow in the hills of Mizoram. This venue has been so beautiful to watch over the years, and Aizawl FC, they have once let their fans live the dream of lifting the title, the only side from Northeast to do that.
Absolutely. Northeast India, everybody loves their football. They breathe football, and for Aizawl FC to win a trophy is a big moment for the people of Northeast India. And of course, you can see a quick prayer before they start off. A lot of footballers, we'll come to that of course. And if you take a look at the points table, Mohammadan sitting right at the top, of course Shillong Lejong in the 6th and Aizawl in the 9th. Bobby Nongbit in the last game, at the start of the last game, had mentioned that they could finish in the top half, but of course a loss over there and things derailed. But of course they have played a few games less, and if they can get a few points, they might as well finish in the top half.
Well, indeed, but this is where the tables turned. Lejong's dream to climb the peak was halted by this very Aizawl side. The damage, though, came at a cost, a hefty one, as Aizawl are yet to see a victory since that win against Lejong in Lejong. One side seeking revenge, the other seeks redemption. With attractive play styles and some exciting talents, the beautiful Northeastern rivalry resumes for 90 more minutes here at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Aizawl, and we are all set for kickoff.
Of course, we'll shortly have the kickoff over here, and beautifully summed up. One side looking for redemption, the other side looking for revenge. Of course, it's going to be Shillong Lejong, tasted defeat in the previous game, and with their task cut out in this match, they would be looking for those 3 points and nothing short of those 3 points. And all eyes on the referee. I think there's just been some sort of a discrepancy in the ground, but we'll shortly have the kickoff, of course. And the referee today, Shurojit Dash, and the assistant referee today, of course, Mukesh Dutt and Joginder Singh, the ultimate law and the guardian of this match.
Well, there is history between these two sides. They have met one another time and again. Previously, it was 2019 when Shillong Lejong left this stage and went down relegated. They played an all-Indian squad that season, but they are back. They are back in style. They were unbeaten this season at the start until they met Aizawl FC, and right now it is time to outshine Aizawl in Aizawl. But Aizawl FC, they need wins, and they will be looking for all the 3 points here. Underway with proceedings, it's Aizawl FC in in their home reds, attacking from right to left of your screens as they won back the ball straight away. Shillong Lejong in their away wide strides, it goes without saying, attacking from left to right of your screens. And Aizawl quickly trying to build up a move before Shillong can think. But the referee's whistle. It is a free kick in favor of Shillong Lejong. So far this season, how do you see this Shillong Lejong side as a threat to the opponents whenever they take on the pitch?
Of course, I mean, they are a threat whenever it comes to the oppositions facing them. And of course, if you take a look at their defensive department, the defensive department is always posed as a pertinent headache to the opposition strikers as well. And today as well, I mean, the likes of Daniel Gonzalez, who also has had a knack for scoring goals. He's had 4 goals under his belt, of course, and the ability for the defenders to spray those long balls, to get those assists, and the ability for the defenders to go inside the penalty box, of course, whenever there's a set piece, a corner to be precise, and score those goals has been one of the key identifying factors for Shillong Lejong. That's what I believe. And once again, Aizawl FC have to be a tad bit careful, especially if it's a set piece. Shillong Lejong can convert that. We've seen that in the past. Now an incoming threat from the men in red. They're trying to build that attack from the left flank. It's going to be interesting. But once again, the defensive department rising up, led by Renan D'Souza, the captain of Shillong Lejong, all the way from Brazil, of course. And like in the defensive department, we've always seen the likes of Ken Stark Hashong, of course. We've seen Kin Chai Long Kong Sit. We've seen Ronnie Wilson, and of course Daniel Gonzalez I just mentioned about. So star-studded lineup in the back four, and they'll have the task cut out to stop those incoming threats from the men in red.
Stars at their inception phase, trying to shine, and would love to be found by some big teams later on. They've been providers to big clubs, Shillong Lejong, over the years, and what's one of them right now shining bright is Mahesh Nauram Singh, in East Bengal, and making a name in the Indian national team too. He has a history of scoring against Aizawl FC. Last time Shillong won against Aizawl was a 2-1, and both the goals came from Mahesh and Nauram, who is of course right now in the Indian Super League, as we mentioned. But Shillong have the ball back. It will be very interesting to see who the difference maker is, because both teams somewhat have a similar style of play, although Aizawl have adapted different this year. Passing brand.
Absolutely, the tiki-taka brand of football where you're passing constantly. And of course, I mean, the last time Shillong Lejong and Aizawl FC had locked horns with each other, it was Shillong Lejong who had enjoyed more than 70% of possession in the game. So possession always does not speak, but here there was a shot from a distance, but off the crossbar, and the men in white just making sure that they have their eyes on the prize. It was a shot from a distance, and it did test the Aizawl FC's goalkeeper Nora Fernandez. Very, very young guy, and that's been the beauty about I-League. I mean, if you take a look at the annals of Indian football, I mean, most of the times the youngsters have dominated and have displayed a lot of resolve, a lot of willpower. That is why most of the ISL club, talent teams also have their eyes on the I-League as well. This is one of the most prestigious football leagues in India. It provides a perfect platform for all the youngsters to make a name for themselves, and of course acts as a launching pad for them to be in the radar of the Indian team selectors. Of course, talk about the Indian team, I mean, they have the FIFA World Cup qualifiers as well, and recently the head coach of India had named the probable list as well for the qualifiers. Of course, India will be locking horns with Afghanistan shortly, and here we go. Shillong Lejong once again using the left flank, trying to make a move. Shano just loses out possession. Away from the mouth of danger for the men in red, Arik Bista, Renan D'Souza, and of course Kenstar Kashong. Three of them in action now. It's Kenstar with that throw-in. He's got a few options. He's got Renan D'Souza, but he decides to give it to Marcos Silva.
And the free kick for Shillong Lechong, and the set piece threat lands from Hadi Nongri. He is up again to take that set piece. The number 11. We love the number 11s in the country. The nation loves number 11s. And here's one more of those growing in the jersey. Different role. More of a central midfielder, not a striker. More of a provider. Looking to provide again. Hadi Nongri's delivery. Got to the best of ones, and Aizol might look to counter. Here they come from the left. Amaria. He has seen the one of Tapuya. Just away from him. And look who's back to cover. Hadi Nongri knows responsibility.
This is something I've noticed about Shillong Lechong. I mean, most of their defenders go into the attacking third whenever there's an opportunity, whenever there's a set piece. But them falling back has taken a bit of time. Them falling back needs to be a bit more quicker. So that is something probably Shillong Lechong have to be, under speculation today, because we've seen that Aizol have seen the previous few matches as well. They have the pace. And that is something which we saw in this counter as well. They were tearing forward on the counter using the left flank. Once again, I mean, it is still not out of danger. Is it going to be a set piece or is it going to be a goal kick?
Seems like a corner, the way they're moving about with things. But the two wingers of Aizol FC, they have been very, very little since 2 seasons now, back to back. Consistency is what teams look for, and Tapuya and Maria, they have been so. Here's a set piece for Aizol. Mafela, that's a heavy touch just away from him. Does well to get a touch, but Renan Polino will steam forward. And some committed work in the midfield from Kesia. Shillong have it back.
From the left, trying to make a mark, but of course tried to give that pass, but good interception on that occasion, and just away from the defensive third once again. Now the men in white again, Arik Bista. Hadi Nongri, of course, we were speaking about him, the number 11. He has the most number of assists for Shillong Lechong in the game. So he's someone who can take those set pieces well, just create opportunities for his team members as well. 5 assists so far. Once again, trying to use the left flank here. Delivers in the ball, but lacked accuracy, lacked direction. Usually, most of the players of Shillong Lechong, whenever they use the left flank, they have an unerring nature of direction finding. But just today, we've seen a couple of opportunities, none of them materializing into a goal.
Still early days, just 9 minutes into the game. Yes, Daniel Gonzalez, so much talked about the centre-back pairing of Shillong Lechong. He has 3 goals to his name and 1 for Ronnie Wilson. 4 goals combined between the 2 centre-backs. They have got that quality in their squad. One prominent change for Shillong Lechong in the last 2 matches has been under their goal. We saw Bishal Lama against Rajasthan, and then it was Natho against Churchill Brothers. And today they have Rajat Paul Lingdo, not yet tested, but very, very eager to see Rajat Paul Lingdo. The last time we saw him was for Meghalaya in the Santosh Trophy last season. And, they were in the finals, but here's a chance for Shillong Lechong, missed by Marcus Silva. Poor control. Chit delivers across. Just not enough from Shano to guide it goalwards. And the first real chance for Shillong Lejong. Half a chance somewhat.
Absolutely. I mean, Shano included in the playing 11 in this match, in the starting 11, of course, to be more precise. And there you can see constant pressing from Shillong Lejong in this match. And now the men in red once again using the left flank, but again a bit too heavy. That pass just goes outside the sideline. But what a picturesque stadium this is. What a picturesque state this is, the Mizoram. I mean, this has to be one of the bejeweled destinations of India, where there's grandeur, where there's might, where there's beauty, all in equal measures. I mean, whenever there's a match in Northeast India, I just love watching the visuals because it instantly teleports me to the beautiful landscapes which has produced so many players. We're talking about Naore Mahesh Singh as well. There is Lalionjula Changte as well. I think yesterday he scored a fantastic goal up against Jamshedpur FC in the top tier football league. And just to give a little bit of context, most of the teams, in fact all the teams, are vying for that top spot in I-League so that they can get a promotion to the top tier football league. Now from the right flank, delivers it across, but deflected off the defender of Shillong Lejong. The threat still not over, trying to build it up. This is Laldan Mavia, gives it of course behind Casey Mavia, and now Arik Bista. Hardy Nongpri from the left.
Shillong just trying to slow it down. As you mentioned at the start, how Aizawl has got the pace in the squad. Good dimensions whenever which is needed. And right now they're just trying to make sure it is not easy for Aizawl and just slowing down things. Good exchange in the midfield. And that'll be a free kick. Amawia just gets his body in the way and doesn't allow Renan Polino a tougher ask to get the ball 1v1 against Renan Polino. They still kept it. Now Tikea. It's all steady and sharp. And here's Mafela trying to get onto it. But a big pillar at the back, the Brazilian Daniel Gonzalez. The danger is still on. And Mawia will get a chance to fancy his tricks. But Mawia's attempt got a touch of a Shillong player. And eventually Daniel will clear away danger.
I mean, if you take a look at the head-to-head between these two sides in the past 5 matches, it is still Shillong Lejong who have their noses ahead 3-2. In the 5 times they have played, none of the matches have resulted in a draw as well. But the first card within the first quarter, I think it's going to be Rudvir who gets the first card of the day for his violent tackle. And of course, Casey Mavia was fallen down, and the referee Shurojit does well in his line of action. But it's going to be Rudvir who gets the first yellow card of the day. And boy, Marcos Silva, also affectionately called Rudvir, gets the first yellow, the first card of the day. He has to be a tad bit careful, just wouldn't want to be taken off earlier by the manager.
I'm not sure if he'll be taken off because they have a few problems in this squad. In and out, they've constantly faced problems. They started the season with Kuto Miki up front, who later on missed out in action. Good work from Tikea there to beat Hardy, but that's a mistake. And now there's a chance for Hardy. Can he help his team on the lead? A save from Nora Fernandez. And that is poor attacking skills, but at the same time, a good goalkeeping from Nora Fernandez. The way he came out of his lines quickly and read that chance, it is top-notch goalkeeping. Some often wouldn't really spot that, but Nora Fernandez did. Just narrowed the angle and didn't let anything to Hardy Nongri.
The guardian of the team of Aizawl FC, Nora Fernandez does so very well, the youngster. But now look at the amount of open space they have from the left. Gives there to layoff, of course. Tried to create that layoff, but was in the wrong position. Was wrong offside. Here we go, out of danger, and Fernandez back with the ball, quick to give it towards the left back. Now they are trying to build it up. Laldan Mavia it was, and now Kim Kima gives it behind to Nora Fernandez. Very, very risky. There was Hardy Nongri and a little bit of a fumble, and that could have been the first goal against the run of play. Wouldn't say run of play because Shillong Lejong are bossing this game. The first quarter of the game so far should go towards Shillong Lejong because of the few chances they have created, be that crossbar opportunity or just the opportunity which Hardy Nongri had when he was locking horns with Nora Fernandez. But now building it up from the midfield, trying to be a little creative, creates that layoff from the left. He has a little bit of an open space with that grounded pass, but of course cleared away beautifully. Game on this is, and in of course Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Mizoram. Fantastic work from both the teams.
A good phase of football from both sides, but have to praise Nora Fernandez. But Hardy today, he has been allowed a little bit of attacking freedom. There you can see just behind Marcus Silva, and the reason is they have Arik Bista in the squad today, the Nepalese international. That's another dimension. Plays a similar role like Hardy plays other days, but just with his left foot. Very creative and just allows that extra bit of freedom. That is why twice now, once that save and then the press you saw from Hardy, he's there up front trying to get in the mix of things and maybe get a goal for himself today. Here is Arik Bista.
Absolutely not many times Arik Bista has started the match. He's always been brought on after a while. Today he has been drafted in the starting 11. So his task will be to make sure that those chances are created. A little bit of a collision, and now from the right, this is quick pace, delivers in the cross, but of course a little bit of a fumble. The first touch should have been a bit more smoother, and now building it up from the counter, the men in red sprays a misdirected pass, back in possession with the men in white.
Well, I'm getting back to the problems which when they started the season with Takuto Miki. They also had the likes of Abdul Karim Samb, who scored a brace in the last game. Here's a chance for Aizawl, but Rajat Paul Lingdo is alert. And at the same time today, Marcus Silva might just stay 90 minutes full because they had the likes of Douglas Stardin, who got injured in their previous match and was taken off, and that is why he's not in the squad today. But Shillong Lejong, they are in the mood, as always. Here's Hardy Nongri. He has seen an intelligent pass through. Shano lays it off, and Marcus Silva, just a bit of confusion. He just fumbled for a moment.
Another chance goes begging. Now Hardy Nongri from the right, trying to create something. They lose out possession. Now the men in red, how can they pace out this attack? It's going to be interesting to see just in a while. Taking their own sweet time, not trying to do anything different, trying to get the possession back. Remember, like we were just talking about in the previous match between these two sides, which incidentally was the last time Aizawl FC tasted victory in the ongoing I-League, 70% possession was enjoyed by Shillong Lejong. Despite that, it was a 3-0 victory for Aizawl FC. So yes, possession is an integral part of football, but isn't the only element that dictates the passage of play, that dictates the end result. It's a lot of other factors, but now the factor that is important is Aizawl FC create this chance, not let this attack die down from the left. Facing a lot of resistance from the defenders. Now whips in that cross, but Defended well. Arik Bist on your screen right now, but intercepted well. Takes a crack on the goal from a distance, Lalrin Fella, but not the kind of direction, not the kind of effort he would have wanted.
Good chance for Mafela there. It just takes a touch and created that bit of space. And a test for young Rajat Paul. Performed well in the previous instances whenever he got a chance for his respective teams, and it is a responsibility. The fans do not want another miscue here. And Frankie Buam allowed some space back with Kinsai Kongshit. They're taking their time. Arik Pesta looking for options, and the flick doesn't come because Cho Zuhera has his man covered. Cho Zuheliana, another growing player, growing in stature, growing in performance, goes up and scores those goals. And of course, his first responsibility is to do that defensive bit, which he does very well. The right full back for Aizawl FC. But here's Shillong with another attack, and then Mawia matching up to those praise words. Mawia on the ball now.
From the left, it's a tough angle, but they have to whip in that cross. But fantastic sliding tackle over there from Kinsai Lang Kongshit. Just make sure that the ball is out of danger. Fantastic defending, but now the task gets a bit too difficult for them now. A set piece. And this second set piece, the first time they had a little bit of a variation. But let's see how they pace out this corner, and a solid chance for them to grab onto this opportunity and score the goal. Aizawl FC, here we go. Ramdin Thara,
Well,
right on the money.
chance to deliver. Far from being in the correct spot, but they have another bite at it. And the deflection headed out for another corner. And every time there is a corner, there is a threat from the man we were talking about, Choso Eliana. Third corner for Aizawl FC, and the reason I mentioned that, he has 4 goals and an assist this season already. And Maria will take this one.
See what Mavi can do. Mavia, Laltan Mavia, right on the money. But is it going to be a little bit of a variation once again, similar to the first corner, which Aizawl FC took? Slaps in the ball from the right. Just couldn't get that header, but now on the counter, what can they do here? Renan D'Souza. Was Arik Bista.
Has a lot of fan following at home, of course. In Nepal, they all follow this very team, Shillong Lechong. They love their game in Nepal too. There has been a few players in the past from Nepal in the I-League performing. One of them, of course, winning the I-League last season. Not just last season, he has done it twice, Kiran Limbu. And that was a bit of a threat from behind, but Ivan Maric and Nora Fernandez combine. And even in the past, not just Kiran Limbu, we have seen the likes of Bimal Khatri Magar and a few more names really over the years coming in and performing.
Aizawl FC, of course, I mean, have been winless for a very, very long time. The last win they had tasted was way back in December. They have to get their bearings right if they are to finish with a mid-table position in the points table, of course. Coming on the back of a 0-1 loss against Real Kashmir. And Real Kashmir has been one of the most inspiring stories. I mean, you know, wouldn't really call them the underdogs, but not a lot of people would have thought that Real Kashmir would play with the kind of brand of football that they are displaying. And fantastic. Even in the last game of Real Kashmir, they were down and out and once again staged a good comeback. So very inspiring story, and that's the beauty about I-League. So many underdog stories come into the limelight. So many football clubs. Take for example Shillong Lejong, down and out. 4 years didn't play in the I-League. Then the same person, Bobby Nongbet, who has charted their way to the second tier Football League of India and one of the most reputable and prestigious clubs. But here we go. Not the kind of sight you would want to see on a football field. Still a bit of an injury right there. Laltan Mavia, the defensive line, seems to be in a little bit of a pain, but not one which should fret the team manager, Laltan Mavia.
There's how a high boot, not really intended to hurt, but they will have a free kick. And Amavia has that style, a very familiar one, but can the outcome be a familiar one as well? This angle doesn't generally cause a threat, but still there is a three-man wall. The reason being Amavia, but here's it straight to the wall, and the wall has done its job.
Fantastic defending, of course. And now Laltan Mavia once again, it's like a phoenix rises from the ashes back, but slaps that ball, that angling ball, but didn't quite get the kind of spin which he would have wanted once there was the connection of his foot and the ball. Now from the left, it's going to be the men in white. Shillong Lejong, all the way from Meghalaya, have been fantastic in the tournament so far, but just not in the position where they would have fancied themselves to be. But now, Rick Bista creates that little layoff. Now from the left, near the edge of the penalty box, delivers that cross, and a chance, and a fantastic header. Very, very low header over there. And look at the emotions. Look at the kind of finish from Buam. Had scored in the previous game as well. Once again, that low header, and just kisses the ball, kisses the back of the net, in fact, against the run of play.
Awareness, 100% on it, a perfect cross, and look at the awareness from Buam to just get down, take everyone by surprise, and just lob it into the back of the net. That is perfection. A rare finish, but one name constant on that score sheet. Frankie Buam once again for back-to-back matches. Scored against Rajasthan, scored against Churchill Brothers, and now against Aizawl FC. And they have taken the lead, just opposite to what was the story at Shillong.
Brilliant, fantastic work from Shillong Lejong against the runner play, of course. There were a few corners from Aizawl FC, and seemed like Aizawl FC were just building upon that pressure, but now they are once again on the back foot. Once again, they have to do something better than what they are already doing. Laltan Fella now. They have to score before the half time. But there's plenty of footballing action remaining in this match, of course. KC Mavia back in the midfield. Laltan Mavia now from the left, trying to create something. Laltan Mavia, but couldn't really keep it within his grasp. And once again, the ball goes outside.
He's been lively throughout Mavia. Every day, every single match. Rarely have we seen him being off, but here's Marcus Silva. Felt a nudge, but now the goal scorer, Buam combining. Just got the confidence back since the last few games. Last when he was in Lejong, he was a very much important goal scorer. Had been silent since moving away, but now he's gradually getting his goal scoring confidence back. And here's Buam again. Just tried to do a bit too much there in the crowd. And now Lalwin Tiwala under pressure will win a free kick.
Once again, a free kick and a chance for them to shift the ball away from their defensive third, but they decide to do a little bit of a variation and build it up. Zohar Liana had scored in the previous game when Shillong Lejong and Aizawl FC had locked horns. Of course, it was Zohar Liana, Ramdin Thara and Lalbiang Khnia, of course. Lalvin Zoana Lalbiaknia with 9 goals under his belt so far in the match. Building it up in the midfield now.
57% possession for Aizawl FC. That again, repeating that story which you told a while ago. It's not always about possession. We have seen outcomes being different this season. Not once, not twice, but many occasions. That's a wasted pass. I was trying to be ambitious. Wasted by a good margin.
Kin Sailong with that throw in.
Joe on the battle finds Sarpuya almost there. But Shano, he is doing his defensive bit too. More of a 4-4-2 at times, Shillong Lejong, even though that's not the actual formation. It's like a 4-3-3. But they are maintaining that defensive shape well with a 4-4-2. Hadi just staying behind Marcus Silva. But here's a chance for Aizawl FC. From the right flank, Joe delivers too close and out of play as well. Rajat Paul Lingdo. A bit of nerves surely, given that eyes will be on him. But he knows his abilities and is a confident man there. And just the body language says it all sometimes. And here's a long ball forward. Marcus Silva flicked forward for no one really, apart from Ivan Maric. And all the way back to Nora Fernandez.
Here we go. The men in red. They're a goal down. They have to do something spectacular. They have to conjure a narrative which is spectacular in order to win this game. Of course, if you take a look at how things panned out, I'm sure that wasn't deliberate from Amavia. But nevertheless, shift in possession. And now, of course, it's going to be Daniel Gonzalez who's got 4 goals under his belt. And like we were just painting the narrative of how the defenders of Shillong Lejong have done well to shift the bases from the defensive line to the forward line and score a few goals. Whenever there's a set piece, whenever the cards are not in their favor, the constant switching of departments has been one of the key aspects for the men of Bobby Nongbet. But now from the right, it's a little bit of an open space. He has to whip in that cross now. He decides to build it up. Just looking for that perfect pass near the edge of the box. But fantastic work from Daniel Gonzalez. He's known for those challenges. He's known for those duels. Once again, we saw how Daniel Gonzalez just steps his foot on the pedal and makes sure that the ball and the danger goes out.
We are just playing a few passes in the back line. Aizawl FC just trying to fight back and make it 1-1 before half-time. The best case scenario, or maybe not the best, but they can surely get themselves in a better position than right now. The best, of course, would be a lead for them because there is still time for it. 10 minutes and a little more of regulation time remaining.
Absolutely, and inject a lot of confidence to them. I mean, you'll see that the entire body language changes. There'll be a lot of pace in them. There'll be a lot of energy in them. If there's a goal suddenly, they would want more. We're always more hungry the moment they score a goal. And just like the viewers, the commentators, and all the other people involved want to see goals, the players would also want to be involved in a lot of goals as well. And the one team member who doesn't like being involved in goals, of course, are the goalkeepers. And like we've always mentioned, that most of the goalkeepers would want a clean sheet in their match, a clean sheet in the game. So far, Nora Fernandez would not be happy with the fact that he can't really maintain a clean sheet in this match. But on the other hand, Mr. Lingdor has the chance, but I think Eric Pista and Amavia might be booked here. Amavia looked shocked, in a state of shock, of course, and KC Mavia and Mavia, both of them might just be flashed, and Arik Bista has been flashed, and with him it is of course Lalrin Zuala who has been flashed a yellow card as well. So 2 yellow cards, 3 yellow cards in this match so far already. We've seen a lot of drama being unfolded here. Like we always mention, whenever these two sides of Northeast India lock horns with each other, there's unprecedented amount of action, drama and entertainment all intertwined together. But 3 yellow cards in the first half. When was the last time we saw that?
Well, we could have seen that a lot of time, but it didn't happen, maybe because the cards were kept in pocket. Well, right now it is important to keep their mind and head calm. They have seen a few red cards in the previous game too, Shillong Lechong against Churchill Brothers. Here's Shano. A good few step overs to find Kinsai Kongshid on the right. A little pull, but he already lost control, and it'll be a corner. The first one of the evening for Shillong Lechong.
Absolutely, the first set piece, and the first time they would believe that they can get that second goal over here, double the lead up, because a 1-goal cushion is never enough. It is never enough, especially when you're playing such a high intensity match. Northeastern rivalry, as they always paint. Hardy Nongbury is always known for those set pieces. Just kisses the ball out of respect. And now can he deliver in that perfect ball and create that opportunity? But latching onto that opportunity will also be important. Hardy can do 50% of the job, whips in that ball, but of course in a space where there were no Shillong Lechong players, and cleared away beautifully by the man in red. It would take a lot of confidence with the way they have been defending, except that one lapse in concentration, I would say. That low diving header from Boam actually changed the story of the match.
Those quick exchanges. Over ambitious. The quick passes in the midfield of Shillong Lechong. Makes those moves so worthy of being broken down and studied for opponent teams who need to do their homework, and a few teams have, but those who haven't have struggled. And Shillong Lechong, they will look to get a few more goals here and seal the contest, but it's far from over. It's Aizaul's home and the People's Club. They are a package. We'll look to gradually open up. Kim Kima has seen Tanmawia. A heavy touch. And now Mawia. A good covering from Shillong, but Amawia, he's very fast, and the defense needed to be alert. They have it back again. Back with Amawia. Delightful ball in, and Puya will just miss the header. It is a goal kick, says the assistant referee. Just poked forward. Sliding a bit dangerously. There's a Maria. Another intelligent pass, and that is quality defending from Daniel, who is stretched a little bit too much, it seems. Shillong Lechong do need him to stay on pitch. Renan Paulino to Marcus Silva. The beats and the drums, they go in sync with this Lechong attack. Rick Pista just tried to find the pass in, but couldn't spot anyone in the box. Have to keep an eye on Daniel Gonsalves stopping that cross, but did seem to be struggling. Meanwhile, another chance for Shillong, measuring a shot, tipping as well. But Nora Fernandez was in position.
Could have been a bit risky, but Nora Fernandez happy with the kind of goal kick he had. Of course, a lot of times we've seen with these long balls, the goalkeepers turning into assist makers. In the last game of Mohammadan, of course, against Gokul and Kerala, they scored the final few seconds of the match with that long ball. And of course, in this enthralling Saturday, we have another game in the evening. It starts at 7 p.m. It's Mohammadan SC with Namdhari. Mohammadan SC perched atop the points table, comfortable with the way things have panned out. Just have had one loss in that game against Real Kashmir, and now up against Namdhari. They would be considering themselves as favourites, but of course in football, which is not played on paper, it's played on the ground, you can never say. Yes, you might be a strong side, but when you're on the field, it is always a 50-50 battle at the stroke of the first minute. Now from the left. Back with Gonsalves.
Well, the flag was up, went out of space there. Rick Pista. And eyes all have it back to Tekia. Has great control. Tekia in the midfield along with Mofela. Two minds of that midfield. Another noticeable thing about this Aizol side is that they are playing with only one foreigner in this starting 11. That is the Serbian Ivan Maric. They have one more on the bench from Poland, and as well as Iran, Rafal Zabrowski and Amir Manesh, the two players on the bench. But on field, there is only one foreign recruit in the form of Ivan Maric.
Just a few more minutes of regulation time before the first half ends. It's been a tale of contrasting fortunes for both the sides. But the ball possession, once again, if you can see on the top left of your screen, it's Aizol FC who are dominating the possession, 60-40 presently. And just to the ones who have just joined the broadcast now, it is Shillong Lechong who had enjoyed the possession in the previous match when these two teams had locked horns with each other. They had 70% possession, and constantly we speak about that because at times we think the team which has the ball during majority of the times in the match, they are the ones who will be dictating the course. But a couple of goals against the run of play and things might just change. Like this time, they could be a good counter. Slick passing from the right. Buamites, the goal scorer. Now look at the way he stretched out his leg. Fantastic defending from the captain.
He's got
Kima.
experience, and that is why he's leading this Aizol side. Kim Kima has played in the past from Mohun Bakan, but Renan, he has allowed some space. He was thinking of a shot, but just the angle taking it away from a shooting position. Had to pass it, but more of a rushed pass through that defense. Bobby Nong, but he isn't happy with the way they're wasting those chances. And that is the transition I was talking about. Look on the field where Hardy Nongri was just behind Marcos Silva. Now tracking back as the one just above that middle four. And while defending, that is the shape. But in attack, it just changes again. Ivan Maric. And now Tikia. Looking along towards Danmawia. And an easy clearance for the time being. But that is a mistake. Forced, but recovered.
We've stepped into extra time as well. Of course, if you can see, we'll shortly confirm with the amount of time that will be added on. But now, Aizawl FC one chance they have. Takes a wild shot that could have been in direction, but of course, you had the goalkeeper of Shillong Lechong right in position. Just look at the way he is maintaining composure. Maintaining composure in such high-octane matches is very important. Mufela has had a couple of shots under his belt in the first half. And 3 minutes of added time. Not a lot of injuries in the first half, of course. Just a couple. And that's the reason why there have been added. Now they had, look at Hardy Nongri. He's got a little bit of space. Deflection could have been a bit risky, but Hardy Nongri had that chance, had a lot of time, had a lot of space as well, but over ambitious and then just flashed the ball.
Well, here's one more chance from the left this time. That's a giveaway. And Kenster was there, but now that left back position is empty. He needs to track back, and he hasn't yet. But Daniel Gonzalez will cover. And they were trying to exploit that little space on the right. The right of Aizawl's attack. And a quick throw. Terpuya. And he has support. All of them rushing forward. Just slowing it down and looking for options. And it'll be a throw in for Aizawl FC. 2 minutes is what the clock says at the moment. Last minute alterations, but maybe the final roll of the dice. And the final chance before half time to try and get back. It's towards Amawia. And not enough power generated. And too easy for Rajat Paul Lingto. But that is it here in the first 45 minutes at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium. It is a 1-0 in favor of Shillong Lechong. The away side have taken the lead. Frankie Buam's strike, the header, makes the difference.
1-0 in favor of Shillong Lechong. Now the action will shift to the statistics, shift to the way things have panned out in the first half, of course, of this game. It was Shurojit Dash and of course Mukesh Dutt and Joginder Singh. But of course, if we take a look at the possession, being dominated by Aizawl, 5 shots from Shillong as opposed to the 4, and there is the difference. 4 shots on target, of course, from Shillong Lechong, and 2 yellow cards in the game.
Shots here. We shot map 2 from Amawia and 2 from Mafela for Aizawl FC. And Shillong Lechong getting a few shots, not too many, 5 of them, 1 more than Aizawl FC, but that 1 shot from Buam, the extra shot being the difference. 2 from Buam, 1 from Hardy, 1 from Brennan Polino, and 1 from Marcos Silva.
And of course, if you take a look at the fouls, Chinza with 2 fouls, while Puya with 1 and Mufela with 1 as well. And Shillong Lechong, what a beautiful sight this is. We'll come to that. But 5 fouls. Arik, Hardy Nongri, Kinsai Langkong, Shit, Renan Polino, D'Souza, and of course Revere, all of them having had 1 foul each. But whenever the matches take place in Northeast India, you get a look at the beautiful Himalayas, and this is worth taking a picture every time the TV is on. And of course, the ones who are watching it live from the ground, they are enjoying so much. They are enjoying the slice of happiness, what you call. We'll shortly take a look at the highlights as well. But talking about happiness, whenever you see Indian football, there's happiness. Whenever you see mountains, it is happiness. And a good intertwining of the two whenever the matches take place in Northeast India, be it Mizoram, be it Manipur, be it of course Sikkim or Meghalaya, or even Assam for that matter. It is always a breathtaking sight. But of course, the highlights, both the teams started off having one thing in mind, their eyes on the prize. And of course, a big moment for them. The dignitaries have been able to shake hands, and the dignitaries have been able to just make sure that the teams play good. There was that first chance, but good keeping from Fernandez, and another couple of opportunities, none of them having a lot of substance and a lot of skill.
The substance is what Aizawl FC will look to find in their squad in the second half on pitch, and they'll be looking to fight back. But there's the goal, adjusting in the last moment. Frankie Buam just getting down and heading it towards almost a headbutt on the ball to Kenneth Colewards, but whatever takes it towards the 3 points. And some good goalkeeping and defense from Shillong Luchong made sure that the score line was tilting in their favor, and that's how it stands at half time. And there were a few more attacks. Maria at the heart of everything Aizawl do. Every cross, every second shot, he's creating, he's trying to score. And a few more attempts. Rajat Paul Lingto had it all covered. And Maria with that header too at the ending moment of the first half. But that is all for the first 45 minutes in Aizawl. It is Shillong Luchong 1, Aizawl FC 0. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back soon with another exciting 45 minutes. Stay tuned. Welcome back for second half action here at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Aizawl. It is the home side who trail by a goal to nil, and they have made a few changes already, looking to come back in this contest. Not a contest with a huge difference at the moment. Aizawl have dominated possession. Shillong Lechong have done the damage. Almost an opposite to the reverse fixture. The reverse fixture turning out to be a mirror image here, but on the opposite side, the home side trailing, but they still have time. They have 45 more minutes, and they have the changes summoned on pitch, who will look to get their side back. The People's Club hoping that they can fight back and turn this around into a crucial victory, and they search for a win since the last time they met Shillong Lechong, and their search, their quest continues here, and they have one half remaining to get back to winning ways. The players on pitch at the bottom of your screen.
Substitution for Aizawl FC.
The officials still waiting for the final signals here, and underway with the final 45 minutes here. Aizawl FC quick start proceedings in second half, and they'll be attacking from left to right of your screens. Shillong Lechong, they will be eager to increase the margin of difference. Expecting end-to-end entertainment, and with me on the comm box, Shanta Shengupta. Welcome back for another exciting half.
Absolutely, we had our tea and we had our coffee as well, and now shifting the action to the second half.
Shillong straight away showing urgency and clear away. They're looking to go on a quick counter. Aizawl with Terpuya turns, and the first time ball in. A bit of confusion in that back line because the substitute was waiting to get on and latch on to that opportunity. We'll wait for the confirmation of the changes, with Rajat Paul Lingto has got his hands on the ball first.
Like we were just mentioning a while back, Aizawl FC have a big task in their hand. They have to do something special if they are to believe that they can win this game. They have to score a couple of goals from here. But for Shillong Lechong as well, scoring that second goal just to confirm that it was Frankie Buam who had scored that first goal. He did receive another opportunity towards the fag end of the first half, but eventually couldn't really keep it on the target. Very important game, this one, for Shillong Lechong if they are to dream of finishing in the top half of the table. They're presently in the 6th position in the points table. They're coming on the back of a 1-2 loss at the hands of Churchill Brothers, the Red Machines, in their previous game. Yes, it was Buam once again who had scored up against Rajasthan United as well. Buam had scored. Just talking about the reverse fixture. Washar 0-3 loss at the hands of Shillong, but I think they are here for redemption and revenge in equal measures.
Indeed, and the urgency being shown from Aizawl at the moment, and there was an attempt to win back the ball, a bit risky. Avoided the cardamom fella. Against just controlling things. Marco Silva to Renan Polino. That's a brilliant pass. And now Hardy Nongri, a first time shot. But Nora Fernandez yet again up at task. But Frankie Buam, what about that release? quickly to Hardy. Good arms from Nora Fernandez to fist it away. Look at that again. The weaker left, but some quality goalkeeping. They'll have a corner right now, Shillong Lechong, and Hardy Nongri as usual with that long walk to that corner flag. Missed 2 chances already. Would have loved to see his name on that score sheet, but he can deliver and provide assists too.
5 assists in the tournament so far. There you can see delivers in that ball. Chance, but just over. Marginally short of finding the accurate direction. But this is a good passage of play for Shillong Lechong. They had their noses ahead at the stroke of the first half. And once again, they are trying to make that comeback. Aizawl FC now using the left flank to march forward, gets a little bit of an open space, needs that quick turnaround, 1 versus 2, that grounded pass. Ball still in at the attacking third of Aizawl FC from the right flank now. Here we go. Joe Zoherlena, but had a clearance on that occasion from Shillong. Just a couple of touches, trying to create some space, but Arik Mista was right there standing as a wall, preventing the ball from going away, but tried to parry that away. Good passage of play from Aizawl.
That is an example of how you punch out a ball from the box. That is proper basics from Rajat Paul Lingdo, and every time you teach a goalkeeper you say that whenever you punch the ball out, make sure it is out of the box and out of the danger area, and he does that right. And again, a good phase from Aizawl FC, who are looking to get back to level terms before it is too late. We have seen Aizawl take their time often this season to get their goals, and Terpuya has found Cho. Kept it in play, but didn't keep it under his control. Kimkima. Now Ivan Maric. A few exchanges in the midfield. They're maintaining a high line at the moment. That cross will just take away all those momentum being built from Aizawl. But they'll have a chance again with this throw in and a quick move. And that's a good spot as well. Terpuya was intelligent to find a pass, but good defending again from Shillong Lechong. Another invitation to Aizawl FC to deliver in across. Ivan Maric has ample amount of space, but the giveaway will just help Shillong in their way back to control things. There's a free man on the left-hand side. They've opted to go right because Frankie was there. He has scored one. Puam driving inside and couldn't shoot. And their shot wasn't really one which would trouble Nora Fernandez. You would need better.
Of course, I mean, Nora Fernandez is one of the most exciting goalkeepers to watch out for whenever it comes to the northeastern teams. And Nora Fernandez, except for that one goal, he would be pretty happy with the way he has performed. But again, I mean, this is the beauty about football. It's these little things, one goal and the entire hard work which has been done by the team just goes down the drain. Now building it up from the right, Aizawl. They've come back with a rejuvenated energy in the second half. They've come back with a lot of energy, new plans, new strategy, and all they have to do is just latch on to the kind of strategy which their team manager Lalrin Mavia has devised for them. I'm sure it was an animated exchange, but cleared away from the defensive lineups of the men in white. But the threat still not over for Shillong Lejong. They would still need another goal to prevent the opposition team from bagging the honours of this game, unless we see that the defensive troops rise up to the occasion. So plenty of football which is still expected to be played here. Plenty of entertaining football, to be very, very precise. And here we go from the left. Solid pass and a misdirected pass. Not something you see quite often from Lalrin Zuala, who's the top scorer for Aizawl FC so far in the tournament with 9 goals. Now, it's Amavia.
The goal kick for Aizawl FC. Their fans are still waiting for them to strike back and get back to level terms. It's fair to say Shillong Lejong created more open chances, more chances that ended in that goal line, and a few of them saved by Nora Fernandez. And that is the reason it is still 1-0. 7 fouls from Aizawl and 5 from Shillong Lejong. Kinsai Kongchit. Shillong moving forward. Renan Polino, the Brazilians combine. Now Arik Pesta. Aizawl just maintaining the shape better in the second half, not giving that space to exploit. But every time there's one free man in white, just making that run off the normal, just helping them get on to possession. Here's another forward pass, but intervened by Rafela. And now Aizawl, they have numbers forward. And the substitutions look to combine, but Kenster was there again. Terpuya. Back to Mafela. All the way back to Ivan Maric. Just having to settle down every time they move forward. So difficult to breach. There's Lejong defense with Daniel and Ronnie at the back, and Renan Polino acting as the shield just above that defense line. Here come Aizawl again.
That's an interesting phrase you've used, not letting the opposition strikers breathe because of the defensive department of Shillong Lejong. We've seen that the defensive troops have time and again excelled under pressure. Now making a move from the right, but brilliant defending from the men in white, just being brought down on that occasion by Hardy Nongri, and he's been flashed a yellow card. So a lot of yellow cards being flashed in this game, and Hardy Nongri has to have a bit more focus and not concede another yellow card, otherwise he has to warm the bench for the next game and the remainder of this match as well. The second foul, and he is right in the books of Shurojit Das, who's the referee for today.
More than that, what is the talking point is that Aizawl have a chance to come back in this game from this set piece. Tikea is on it. It is a chance for Aizawl. A bright one from the set piece. There are more than one options, and they'll bring something out from the training ground. And it is Tikea goes directly towards goal. Feeble attempt to test Rajat Paul Linkter, who just maintained his position. And the easy catcher. Quick release as well. Buam will get first to it. He loves to shoot. That's power packed, but just over the bar. How lethal is that right boot? But just missed.
There you can see he had a lot of open space and a lot of time as well. And Nora Fernandez was tested. He had to jump and make a valiant effort. But Buam had to be a bit more patient with that shot. A second more and maybe the outcome could have been different. A second more if he had control on the ball, then maybe the direction could have been a little better. But once again it's Aizawl FC now from the left. This is a chance, but of course a fumbles with the balance and then eventually falls down.
Tell you what, he has a case there. He was pulled by Daniel Gonzalez. It was outside the box though, the initial contact, but there was a slight bit of contact there from behind, and just clever. But now look at Shano, and there's a mistake in that back line of Aizawl FC. Somehow escaped danger. Well, things happening. 62% possession for Aizawl FC, 38 just for Shillong.
This has been the case whenever these two teams have played a match between each other. The team which has the possession is losing the match. That's what we saw in the previous game as well between these two sides in this league. And again it's happening today, unless we see a few quick goals from Aizawl FC and change the entire course of the game. It's very much possible. It's very much possible in I-League. We've seen a lot of the times team embodying the spirit of resilience, teams embodying the spirit of the never say die attitude and staging a comeback. Again Aizawl FC, and I'm sure their supporters would be sitting at the edge of their seats. Now trying to build it up. Laldenjwala, if there's one person who can do it, it is him. Just fumbles. Look at the amount of traffic inside the penalty box. Takes a crack on the goal from a distance, but poor attempt in that one. Just desperation. That is what you call desperation. It of course was Laltan Kuma who had taken that shot on your screen right now. Shinza. But desperation and frustration, all in equal measures for the men in red.
Kima just providing confidence in that backline time again. And here's a Joe. Trapped and turns. Here's Terpuya from the right. Some solid defensive display from Kenster. We might sooner or later see some changes from Shillong Lechong, but at the moment there's a bit of injury concerns.
Good sportsmanship spirit. Yes, there might be a big rivalry. They might have had a lot of history, but when it comes to sportsmanship spirit, both the sides are right on top. And of course, everyone at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium, the spectators all in large numbers enjoying this match, just like we are in the Combox enjoying this match. High-end action, not a goal fest, but an entertainment fest, as we've seen a lot of action and entertainment all in equal numbers. The people of Northeast India love their football, and it is a little cold out there, but they are all enjoying the match. And Shano is just being treated by the physiotherapist of Shillong Lechong, a greater D. Lapasam. The physiotherapist just being treated, and a quick check, and I'm sure he is going to be back. But now a set piece for Aizawl FC, and a chance for them to bring the match on level ground. Slaps in the ball, but Hit a clearance. Ball still not out of danger. Takes a crack. Just not in the direction he wanted it to be.
They tried to call it in, but there were too many defenders in front. Quickly closed down. Hence, couldn't find the target, but they will have another opportunity from the corner towards Kimkima. And Roger Paul Lingdo, his judgment has been top-notch today.
Absolutely. It's the goalkeeper, the custodian, and quite literally he is making sure that he acts as a shield whenever Aizawl FC is trying to do something special.
Meanwhile, is looking to pace forward. Frankie from the left. Trying to find the run of Shano. Just came in after a bit of injury concerns. Moment to go. And there is another free kick around this very intriguing position. Very tense looking bench at the moment. There are a few away fans as well. I'm not sure if you heard them. It is a good long way out for them to try and test the keeper from there. I wonder if they might. They just might. Left it and a different idea from the training ground. Wasted really. Back towards Maria. Now here's a chance for Biaktika running inside. Decides not to cross the first time, and the second one too close to Roger Paul Lingdo.
Because it was Lalbiak Dika who took that shot. It lacked power. It was precision, but it lacked power on that occasion. Story of the game so far, 1-0 in favor of Shillong Lejong. And now they have to be a little creative in the midfield with those slick passes, building it up. This looks promising. He has to take a crack on the goal, but fantastic goalkeeping. Nora Fernandez right on top. Buam, he launched a missile over there, but equally good shield on that occasion from Fernandez. Brilliant passage of play against the run of play again on the counter, but the threat still not over, as it's going to be a set piece. It's going to be another corner. It's going to be another opportunity for Shillong Lejong to close out on the game for the time. Delivers that cross, but that header from Ronnie Wilson straight into the hands of Fernandez.
Back-to-back moves from Shillong Lejong, ending at Nora Fernandez's hands. He does make sure that none goes in, and Aizawl FC still have a chance in this game. All thanks to Nora Fernandez. Safe hands today, apart from that one occasion where Buam really tweaked everyone with his header.
I mean, you got a feel for Nora Fernandez. If someone takes a look, we'll come to that, but brilliant defending once again. Hands towards the back, I think he's just injured himself a tad bit. Shouldn't be much of a concern. Like I was mentioning, Nora Fernandez has been so good, just been a little unlucky on this occasion. And he's from Goa. He's played for Salgaonkar FC and Churchill Brothers in the past as well. Played for the youth team of Salgaonkar FC as well, under 18. Now whips in that cross. A little bit of a commotion. But Shillong Lajong once again successfully waving off the threat. This time from the right flank. The goalkeeper has to be careful. Tariq Bista right in the zone where he wanted himself to be.
And again, make sure it doesn't stay in the box, so that clearance. And even under pressure, he sent it out of that penalty box. And here's a chance. Marcos Silva, he has support, but he goes for the shot. One best chance denied. And Shillong Lajong continue attacking though. No changes yet from Bobby Nong, but
now from the right, he's trying to do something special, trying to weave magic. 70 minutes up on the clock. We've got 20 more minutes of action and entertainment remaining in this match. Let's see how things pan out for them.
Fernandez distributes it. Kim gradually getting to that stage of the game where it'll be more of urgency and less of planning and more of direct football. Show with the throw in. This is possibly the best time in the entire 90 to try and get back to level terms. A dribble past Kinsai Kongchit quite easily, but not for the second time. Stands in the way. And the corner awarded to Aizawl.
Set piece and another opportunity for the men in red to stage that comeback and score the first goal. Slaps the ball in, but a little bit unfortunate. Let me tell you a very interesting anecdote about Nora Fernandez, who is from Goa. In his childhood, he used to like playing as a forward, but then he saw the legendary goalkeeper of Manchester United, David De Gea. He saw his videos when he was a child, and then he started practicing as a goalkeeper, tried to be the custodian. He's played a lot of matches in the I-League. He's been a regular in the I-League. Received a few offers from the ISL clubs as well. But tell me, Vashar, if you take a look at his performance today, do you think it's too early, or is it not much time left for him to go to the top tier Football League of India?
Well, he has been consistent. That's the most important thing you want in any player. And Nora Fernandez, not just today, almost every other day, has been trying to help Aizawl, but their attackers need to perform too. It's a combined team effort. It's not a one-man show. But of course, there has been a few good goalkeepers this season. One of them, Mohit Shabir of Real Kashmir. 10 clean sheets to his name, of course helped by that defense of Real Kashmir. And that is where you say it is a team effort. It is not always a one-man show. Shillong Lajong played forward again with Marcos Silva. He'll be allowed full 90 today, hopefully. That's clever from Joe. Just a news, or rather a stat for Aizawl fans to cheer about. They have never lost to Shillong Lajong at home yet. And that is why they will believe they still have a chance to come back in this game. And there's good enough time to try and do that. Marcus Silva just injured a bit at the moment.
A hamstring pull, and quick work from the physiotherapist, and of course the player of Aizawl. And this is the beauty about football. Yes, there is a competitive spirit engulfing the matches, of course, and in high voltage tournaments, but of course there is a spirit of unity that is a livid reality. It is a reality we love touching upon always, the spirit of companionship and the spirit of sportsmanship, which is being displayed by both the men in red and the men in white. Here we go, just about 15 minutes remaining of regulation time in match number 117 of the ongoing I-League.
Tikia with the turn there. Aizawl have a quarter of an hour remaining to fly and find the equalizer. Combining with Kima on that occasion. Again, some good defending from Shillong Lechong. Every time there is a pass coming through, and they just read it so quickly, and they're out of their lines immediately to try and stop that pass, not allow any freedom to the Aizawl attackers. Again, they're enjoying possession. Fella. Final pass is where Shillong intervened, just like that. And launch another one forward. Puam will win a free kick. Mafela complains, so does Biaktika. They wanted the free kick in their favor before this move took place. Puam has stayed down, felt a bit of a knocker, I believe. But I'm sure Bobby Nongbert will be looking to his bench, but he has to be cautious. We have seen them perform so well a while ago against Rajasthan. 10 men Lechong, they came back, took the lead 4-2, but then made a few substitutions, most of them attacking ones, and that cost them the game in the last 5-6 odd minutes in additional times. There are a few number of fans in the stands, but to be honest, to be fair, still miss those packed Aizawl stands with the flags out, the drums out, the speakers on, and the People's Club really missing that support as well. But they need to perform too if they want to get them back. There's the foul again from behind by Biaktika.
Of course, I mean, for the fans to come back, they need a little bit of support from the players also. Remember, support is always a two-way process. If the fans showing support, then the team as well needs to put up their hands and deliver those impeccable performances on a football field. Marcos Silva from the right now. Marcos Silva it was, couldn't really get that ball. And now on the counter, the men in red with that through ball. Couldn't really deliver that through ball with perfection. Now the men in white. What are we going to witness? Wilson and then Shano with that wild hit, not being able to put it right on direction.
Trust me, but a gentle reminder as well. He's a centre back there, Ronnie Wilson. I just saw that little opportunity once he won back the ball in midfield and went forward, running through the defence. Almost got a shot as well.
Because I mean, he had another chance in the set piece before with that header that was just straight as an arrow to Nora Fernandez, the goalkeeper of Aizawl FC. But that is something which I was painting a picture right at the start of the game. You know, it is the defenders of Shillong Lechong who have the ability to constantly switch their departments go up front and score those goals. And one of the reasons to back my point is the fact that Daniel Gonzalez, a defender of Shillong Lejong, has 4 goals under his belt so far, and he is the second highest goal scorer of Shillong Lejong as well.
Kim Kima in the way again. And now he fancies moving forward. And they have seen a fancy pass through as well. Biatika from the left. Can he do what Maria is habituated doing? Or is that a penalty? Well, it seemed like he won the ball, but a penalty has been given.
Boy, that is the last thing Shillong Lejong would have wanted. Once again, if you see the replay, near the edge, that looked like it was a solid chance. But yeah, it seems like it is. This one was a deliberate attempt. Kinsai Long, it was.
This is a
And that
better
was
angle. And
that looked deliberate.
well, seemed like he got the ball first. Well, whatever the decision, or rather, whatever the reality, the decision is that they have a penalty. And it is Lalrin Zuala's chance.
A chance for him to get his 10th goal. A chance for him to get into the double digits. And oh boy, that was so close. They could have missed that. Sent the goalkeeper in the same direction. But doesn't matter. It is Aizol who have staged a comeback. And fantastic performance. Lalrin Zuala gets his 10th goal of the tournament. And make sure that the people's team come right back into the game. Sent the goalkeeper towards his right. It was a close shave, but eventually fortune favors the brave, like they say. It was a brave call.
Well, just that step, and Rajat Paul Lingdo almost judged it right, but too precise from Lalrin Zuala, Lalpiak to get his 10th of the season. And he is turning out to be a useful weapon for Aizol FC in times of need. But there will be question marks raised about that penalty decision. I'm sure many wouldn't agree, but the debates will go on. Aizol FC are back. They have never lost to Shillong Lejong at this venue. Just a reminder again. And at the same time, Shillong Lejong, they will feel hard done, but the events and the statistics, they somehow do not fail time and again. Aizol FC race forward. Paul Lingdo will collect it, but just to mention that Lalrin Zuala, Lalpiaknia, has finally got his scoring boots back after his return, and it is again against Shillong Lejong. This is the team he scored last against.
There are a few things which happen because the stars align, and of course it would have been offside on that occasion, but there was a stat you mentioned a while back that Aizol have never lost in this ground. A few moments back, the moment you were saying that statement, there was a lot of confidence in your statement that maybe we could see a shift, a tectonic shift in the score line. That is what is the beauty about stats.
But at the same time, you got to say Shillong Lejong got plenty of chances. Either you can just say that Nora Fernandez was in the way, and along with that, there were a few clean chances missed by Shillong Lejong too. There has been a change meanwhile while we were enjoying the goal, or rather just witnessing the goal. It was from Iran Islamic Republic, Amir Manesh, who came on the pitch for Aizol FC. Shillong will have a free kick.
Aizol FC manager, of course, deciding that there needs to be a few fresh legs, and he brings about the 30-year-old Amir Memari. And a chance for him to do something spectacular, and it is Hardy Nongri. It's going to be Hardy Nongri who has to step up
He's got all those height in the box. Hardy delivers a free header as well. And both Ronnie and Daniel Gonsalves couldn't get it past Nora Fernandez. So chances after chances. And now Lalwin Zuwala. And was it Paul Lindo? What a brave man up front. He's clearing it out. Aizawl FC, they've got confidence back. This time Lalwin Zuwala is offside. But he has found that confidence back suddenly after getting the goal.
That is exactly what a goal can do, and especially after a few months. Last time Lalwin Zuwala had scored was in December. He's found the back of the net again. He's been the wrecker-in-chief for the men in red in the tournament so far. Gets to 10 goals. This would definitely ignite their dream of finishing in the middle of the table once again. Aizawl. The last time when these two teams were playing, both the teams had the opportunity of winning the I-League. But of course, with months, with matches, with time, a lot of those emotions, a lot of those ambitions, a lot of those dreams change as well. But like you just mentioned, Shillong Lejong did receive a lot of opportunities in this match to score that second goal. Like I was mentioning as well, that a one goal cushion is never enough. And with that, of course, we have a quick change. It's Kinsai or Luit who will be coming into the ground. Fresh legs, fresh energy, fresh approach. Here you go, whips in that cross. And a chance over there by Daniel Gonsalves to score his 5th goal. And poor finish. That was an absolute gift. Ronnie Wilson, this is the 3rd time he's not being able to find the back of the net in this match.
Just when we were thinking he might fancy being an attacker, well, that is a poor technique as a striker. Of course, he is a centre back, but then needs to do better when your team is in need. He has done at times, at the back line especially, but this was his moment to shine and get the limelight again. But Shillong Lejong not out of this, just a reminder with that attack.
Absolutely, there's 5 minutes left and a little bit of added time as well. Now Arik Bista, can he reach there? Not quite yet. Look at the amount of energy they have. Now all the passes of Lalwin Zuwala as well is just finding the receiver. The crowd swinging into action as well. This is what is so famous about the People's Club. Yes, it's not the kind of attendance which Aizawl FC would have wanted, but the ones who are here in the stadium, in the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium, they're making their presence felt with those cheers and with those support packed into those loud voices.
Unnecessary is giving that fall is giving others, real falls are giving.
For Shillong Lejong. Forward. Not the tallest up there in the box. Bit of a slip. A little mistake. Hardy combining with Renan Paulino, whose pass didn't come through. And now Marcus Silva. Buam gets the better of the defenders so easily. But Kim Kima is leading his side by example from the back. Aizawl FC, they have a win to grab as well. They have found Joe. And now Tapuya. And that might be a yellow card to Daniel Gonsalves. An intentional pull. The referee reaches his pocket as expected.
Another yellow card. This time it's been flashed to Gonsalves. And of course, do not go anywhere even after the completion of this match. We'll come to that. But there you can see, just getting his hand above and trying to pull down Tharpuya on that occasion. And in the line of sight of the referee Shurajit. Like I was mentioning, it's a blockbuster Saturday. And the next game will be played between Mohammadan SC and Namdhari. kick starts at 7 p.m. right after the completion of this match. Now a chance for Aizawl. Joe, which scored in the previous game, but not the kind of display he would have wanted. It was a set piece very close to the penalty box, and it was a solid opportunity for Joe Zoharliana, who had scored in the previous fixture between these two sides as well. But Aizawl FC is getting back the confidence, getting back the energy which they were lacking in the first half.
Shillong Lechong might just get the energy back. And there is a foul in the process from Kinsai. He's got a few goals to his name this season.
Substitution for Shillong Lechong FC.
Here is one all-awaited
Jersey number
substitution.
11, Hardy
A
replaced
little
by
late
jersey
maybe,
number 8,
but
Namdhari.
Hardy Nongri goes off. And another one, the flag bearer of the future generations, Tamait Phang Lindo, comes on the pitch. One from the Bengaluru FC youth setup back here at his home in Meghalaya. Coming on the away match. Kakuya delivers a cross in. Biaktika will just keep it in. He has support. He'll take his time. Amir. It's back. First time shot. Could it be the spill again? But what did Paul Lindo? He just held his nerves.
That's the thrills and the spills this game can offer to you. While one side can enjoy the thrills, the other side could be affected by the spills. But creating that layoff from the right with that attack, looking for that space, wriggling for that space here, slaps in that grounded cross, but of course defended well. You have to clear it away. Zambis across, if I'm not wrong. Now, marching forward.
Tamaita found it to the right. Puom is there, ever available. And the goal kick, you're hearing it is 5 minutes added on, but here's the last chance. Had his hands to it, but the power almost took it away from Paul Lindo, but it eventually held on to it. Here's Ahmed. Still manages to hold on. Play on says by the referee.
Aizawl, of course. And now the captain just shifting the ball away from their defensive third. We're just minutes away from the wraps of this game. And it seems like both the sides will have to walk away with a point unless there is a shift in the scales of this match. But there you can see he's going out of the stadium, it seems, to take that throw in. Amir, the Iranian forward, try to convert that into a corner, potential corner, but could have been that awkward bounce right in front of Arik Bista. Arik Bista and Gonzalez, but still in the hands of Rajat Paul Lindo. Started very well. I mean, it was Neto who had started in the previous game against Churchill Brothers, but Lindo being brought on, being given that ray of support and encouragement from Bobby Nongbet, and I'm sure that he hasn't done a bad job. Now, keeping control, yes he does. Arik Bista also has been pretty good today in the midfield. Just about a couple of minutes left.
Foul says the ref there. Now the might. Good control. Avoids the first challenge. Good pass back to him. The might skipping past the defenders. Tried to do it alone, but now Aizawl will have a chance on the break. With Ronan Paulino. no chance, but well, he didn't give up. Attack will end at the hands of what we call Linton, who collects it. And Aizol have a minute and a half remaining in this game to try and find a winner. Do they settle for a point each? Here comes Tamite again. Brilliant first touch and will release with his left. What a goal that! That is not just a shot, it is a statement. He is one find for Shillong Luchong. And Tamite Fang Lingdo has changed the fixture in Shillong's favor. What a star he is.
An absolute peach of a goal from Tamite Lingdo. He's opened his shirt as well. And look at the celebrations. Look at what that goal means to them. There was no way. There was absolutely no way Nora Fernandez could get his hands onto that absolute rocket that came. Got a lot of open space. And that is what can happen when you give so much of space to someone like Demet Lingdo. At the dying minutes of the game, it is Lingdo who has completely changed the face of this game. And boy, this is what good match can bring to you.
Indeed, and a good talent can bring to you these results. And what a good substitution can do is change the fixture in your favor. Bobby Nongbert will be happy, but Aizol will have a few more seconds to try and get back again. But what a finish from Tamite. Not just the finish, but the way he moves, his first touch, and not just on that occasion, even before. And the confidence on those young shoulders, on those young legs, is very, very impressive. We are over in the 5th minute. A few more will be allowed. He'll, of course, he has been booked for taking his shirt off. A few seconds more.
Heartbreak is also an understatement. They would be dejected. They would be absolutely terrible with the way things have panned out for them in the last couple of minutes. Not the kind of finish they would have wanted. They were well on course to a 1 point from this game. From 1 point, they're going to go home without a point, unless there is a shift.
Well, still a moment to guess. They have a cross coming in, loaded. And not the best of touches. Allowed a few more seconds. And they need to launch it inside the box, which they have, but that might be it. And the referee had a look at his watch too. And Shillong Luchong might stage a famous victory here in Aizol. And this might be the last throw, the last move of the game. It is. And Tamite Lingdo and Shillong Luchong have shined in Aizol for the first time. And they have got all 3 points. The revenge completed. Heartbreak for Aizol continues. Their winless run continues. And Shillong Luchong will believe that they have a long way to go with this squad. They have shown promise and they have shown quality. What a match we have seen from both sides. Contest complete one.
Without your support and presence, the atmosphere would not
An absolute crackerjack of a contest. Post that penalty, it seemed like Aizol were determined to get that point, were determined to even get more points. But at the end of the day, an absolute peach of a goal from Lingdo, substitute, has made sure that they bag full points and bag full honors of in this game from whatever that was offered. Happy faces from the visitors, the team from Meghalaya. Don't have to travel a lot back home. They would be pretty happy, but just to bring a lot of happiness to you guys as well, there is going to be a second game in the I-League just minutes after we complete the telecast of this game. It's going to be Mohammadan versus Namdhari. We'll quickly take a look at the stats shortly. But that is the completion. Even though possession being dominated 64% by Aizol, it is the shots and the shots on target that if we take a look at the shots, right,
leading the line with 4. Then Gonzalez had a few attempts, so did Hardy Nongri. But all those attempts, when Dramite came on, made sense, made a statement, and they got the lead and the win. 11 fouls from Aizol FC, a bit too many, trying to stop those Lejong attacks. They are also involved and almost many 10 substitutes as well. Sivan Maric, of course, but 13 fouls from Shillong Lejong too, and they matched up in those stats. Harry Nongri and Ren Colino all involved. Frankie Kuam has got the first goal. Now we face that today after a while. Gonzalez 2 at full time. It is of course Shillong Lejong, the away side, who had the last mile with a 2-1 score line. But we'll have a look at the highlights of the game, the story of the game.
it was the home side who would be very disappointed with the way things panned out for them. There was the first shot from Shillong Lejong, of course, but this goal from Lingdo, which we'll show shortly, has to be the talking point of this entire match, has to be the entire deciding factor of the game. There was the set piece that went straight into the hands of Rajat Paul Lingdo. There, from a distance, just went over Lingdo again. Here was another opportunity from close range from Shillong Lejong. It's a tough angle, but things eventually materialize into that goal from here.
Of course, chances kept coming for both sides, but in the second half it was Aizol who created the more of chances. This one could have been an easy tap in for Hardy had Marcus Silva gone for the pass, but he didn't. But this moment just sparked a bit of controversies in Shillong fans' mind, but Aizol FC fans enjoyed it. And Lalrin Zuwala back in scoring sheets with a goal from the spot. Rajat Paul Lingdo almost judged it, but just too accurate to be stopped. And that was when Aizol staged a comeback. It was 1-1. They tried to get on the lead too. And the Shillong Lejong's attempts continued. They missed a number of chances, but eventually Tamite Lingdo scored a stunning goal to rescue them.
A tale of two contrasting fortunes. This one, of course, a little bit of a fumble, and maybe that could have been a goal. And that second one, which Aizol were looking for. But this one, this will be talked for quite a while. An absolute peach of a goal that found the top left corner of the net, and a full stretch dive from Nora Fernandez. Still, it wasn't enough to keep Shillong away from victory shores. Peach of a left foot he's got, that eventually has to be the deciding and the turning point of the match. And because he took off his shirt out of excitement, he has been flashed dead yellow card. But customary handshakes after the game. This is of course match number 170 of the I-League, which took place at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium. Do not go anywhere else because we will be back with next game shortly. This is your commentator Shayun Tushengupta signing off with my co-commentator Vashar Ghosh, and the final scoreline 2-1 in favor